Hey everybody, this is just an audio test. Repeat, just an audio test for the game between Wabeno, Laona, and Columbus Catholic. Jack Weber for game two. We're going to do a lot better than we did this morning, hopefully. We'll have starting lineup soon. Just an audio test. Repeat, just an audio test. Enjoy the game. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's not quite evening yet. It's baseball here on Zaleski Sports, as it's the later matchup, the afternoon game. It's the Columbus Catholic Dons and the Rebels of Wabeno, Laona, part of our Columbus Catholic doubleheader here on Zaleski Sports. There's a little bit of a break. We had Loyal and Wasaki with the Greyhounds defeating the Rangers. Good win for Loyal. Team that Columbus is going to see a couple of times this year, being Clover Belt friends and all. As we'll tell you about the starting lineups first for the Wabeno Laona Rebels, announced by Coach Frank Shepard, leading off and playing shortstop number 11, Brady Shepard, batting second and playing first base, number 1, Walker Winkleman. Batting third and playing second base, number 2, Regan Roy. Batting fourth and catching, number 10, Cooper Albright. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 16, Will Collins. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 55, Brody Hoffman. Batting seventh and playing center field, number 5, Gage Liptak. Batting eighth and pitching, number 18, Preston Van Zyl. And batting ninth and rounding out the order for the Rebels, playing left field, number 13, Boone Van Nuyen. Now for Columbus Catholic, very similar to what we saw in the first game from Coach Jared Krasselt, as leading off and playing shortstop number 13, Blake Jacoby. Batting second and catching, number 6, Mac Konieczny. Batting third and pitching, number 5, Emmett Konieczny. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 25, Cy Becker. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 10, Devlin Timler. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 20, Carson Eckes. Batting 16th and playing left field, Carter Summer. Number 16, Carter Summer. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 11, Alex Edwards. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 3, Nate Nemitz. So again, defensively for the Dons, it's Summer in left, Edwards in center, Nemitz in right, Becker at third, Jacoby at short, Eckes at short, Timler at first, with Emmett Konieczny on the mound, and Mac Konieczny behind the plate. We're ready to go. Brady Shepard ready to step in. Glad you're with us here in Mauston. Again, Columbus won very handily this morning over Prentice, 14-0 and 11. Here's the first pitch, and that is high 1-0 on Shepard, and we're underway. A 13-run third inning was the story for Columbus this morning. 1-0 is in there for a strike. Count even 1-1 now on Brady Shepard. One. Big cut and a miss from Shepard. It's 1-2. Again, the Dons in their blue uniforms with white pinstripes. Here's the 1-2 to Shepard, and that is low. Count even 2-2 now. Meanwhile, the Wabeno Laona Rebels embracing the Southside City Connect uniforms of the White Sox with the black uniforms with white pinstripes inside, nearly hit Shepard, and the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the Rebels leadoff hitter. Again, it was a very easy win for Columbus this morning because Prentice just committed error after error. It was just a lot of mistakes for the Buccaneers this morning. Here's a 3-2. And that is outside. It's ball 4. Leadoff walk for Brady Shepard. And that'll bring on Walker Winkleman with a man on. Again, Winkleman at first today. Wabeno Laona actually has played a game. Throw back to first. Back with a dive, and they nearly pick off Brady Shepard. They lost at Coleman 8-4. They are 0-1. That's their only game. Not surprising with the weather. Popped up foul, and that'll go out of play. It'll head towards us. I'm in a press box, so I don't need to worry about getting hit by a ball. Winkleman steps in. Here's the 0-1 from Konieczny. Outside. Throw down to second. There's nobody there, and heck of a job by Eckes to back that up. If he's not there, that goes into center field, and Shepard could easily get to third. So good job by Eckes to be there and cut that off. One high. Two and one now on Winkleman. And Shepard at first. He walked to start the inning. He just stole second. Has a bit of a lead off of second. Here's the 2-1. That is outside. It's 3-1 now. And Konechny running into a little bit of trouble here. Again, you're not completely doomed if you walk Winkleman here, but you don't want to set Wabeno up with a rally to start things out. 3-1. That is low, and that is ball four. So back-to-back walks to start things out. And two runners on now for Regan Roy, who is the Rebel second baseman. And now Roy squaring to bunt. He pulls it back. And it's bit outside. It's 1-0 on Regan Roy. Two walks to start off this game. And Roy is squaring again, and that one is high. It's 2-0 now. And to start things out, Emmett Konechny is having a heck of a time throwing strikes. A lot of his pitches have been high and inside or low and outside. 2-0. And a big cut and a miss from Roy. And it's 2-1. That's not a bad approach by Roy. Again, you've had a couple of pitches that haven't really been in the zone. You finally see one you like and you're ahead in the count. Take a rip at it. And now you got to play a little bit smarter in the count. It's 2-1 now. Two men on, nobody out. And now Roy squaring again. That is high. And he said he went. He offered. And the count is even 2-2. That's a big pitch for Konechny, because if it was just based on the zone, it would have been a ball, but he offered. And Konechny gets the help from the umpire. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. And that is outside. Count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Regan Roy. This is a big pitch here for Emmett Konechny. With Cooper Albright standing up on deck. 3-2. That is a called strike 3. Good players make the big pitches when they need to, and there's a big strikeout and out number 1 as Regan Roy goes down swinging. And now here is Cooper Albright, the catcher for Wabeno. First pitch, and Albright grounds one to third. That'll stay fair. Fielded by Becker. Throw to first is in time to get him. For a second, it looked like the guy signaled safe, and I think maybe he was going to look at another umpire. Either way, both runners advance. 2 outs. And that'll bring on the third baseman, Will Collins. And that first pitch is outside, 1-0 on Collins. That is in there for a strike count, even 1-1 now. Throughout this inning, only 1 ball has been put in play. It's been 2 walks, a strikeout, and that ground out just previously. Here's the 1-1 break-even pitch is in there for a strike. And despite a rough start to the inning, Emmett Konechny is now 1 strike away from getting out of this without giving up any runs. 1-2 on Will Collins. Here it is. And a called strike 3. Down he goes. Emmett Konechny gets through it. After 2 walks, he allows none. We're going to the bottom of the first. Columbus Catholic coming up. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back after these messages.
Bauer & Fine has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
Wabeno threatens on the top half of the first, but they do not score. Bottom of the first, Columbus Catholic will get their first cracks at Preston Van Zyl. Yeah, and the defense for the Rebels in the outfield, you got Van Nuyen in left, Liptak in center, Hoffman in right. Then when you look at the infield, you got Collins at third, Shepard at short, Roy at second, Winkleman at first, with Albright behind the plate, and Van Zyl on the mound. Again, the lineup, yeah, and the batting order goes like this. It's Jacoby, Mack, Konechny, Emmett Konechny, then it's Cy Becker, Devlin Timler, Carson Eckes, Carter Summer, Alex Edwards, and Nate Nemitz. Again, pretty much the identical lineup we saw this morning, except it is Summer instead of Drew Lang in left field. Van Zyl finishing up his warm-up tosses. We're ready to go as Van Zyl's first pitch to Jacoby is just a bit off the plate. It's 1-0 on Blake Jacoby. Jacoby grounded out to first and walked twice in the win over Prentice this morning, as that's outside. 2-0 now on Blake Jacoby. 2-0. That is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. First strike of the day for Van Zyl. High. 3-1 now on Jacoby. This morning, Columbus only had 4 hits and with 14 runs. 7 errors for Prentice. Inside, that is ball 4, and Jacoby will hustle down to first, and he'll take a bit of a turn around the bag, as Albright had a little trouble handling the ball after it got away. It got away from him, and then he was bobbling with it for a second. Jacoby stays put at first. Leadoff man is on for Mac Konechny. Sorry. And is in there for a strike. Konechny was 1 for 4 in that win this morning. He grounded out to the pitcher, reached on an error, had a single, and struck out looking. 0-1 on Konechny. Here it is. And a bit high from Van Zyl. That was a good motion on that pitch. Again, it kind of curved and then it dropped in almost like a curve changeup. It's a good pitch there from Van Zyl, was just a bit high. Not a bad spot. And now Jacoby is picked off. They got him in a rundown, and Van Zyl chasing after him. And it's going to go to first. Now they got to chase him, and here's the tag. It's going to be close, and he's out. Jacoby hung in that rundown for a while, but finally Regan Roy able to slap the tag, and there is out number 1. Again, Columbus got into one of those scenarios this morning, but Prentice threw the ball away. It actually amounted to a Columbus run. So 1 out now, and that is in there for a strike, which was very similar to the spot that they just called the ball on that kind of that curve change that I just said for Van Zyl. You have to keep an eye on this zone. Here it is. And just a bit outside. The umpire is going to call time. Maybe to just regather everything. Oh, loose ball on the field from another game. And to my right, it's Cumberland and Mondovi, and a swing and a miss. And down goes Matt Konechny. First strikeout of the day for Van Zyl. 2 outs, and that is going to bring on Emmett Konechny. Here's Van Zyl's first offering to Konechny, and that one is high. 1-0 on Emmett. Emmett Konechny had 2 singles, a walk, and rounded into a fielder's choice. He had a good morning. Try to see if he can replicate that success. He takes a strike. Beautiful motion on that curveball from Van Zyl. 1-1. Break-even pitch is high and inside. 2-1 now on Emmett Konechny. And MLB is back. Obviously, the Milwaukee Brewers have started off well, long season to go, but here's the 2-1. And that is a shot rip caught by the shortstop Shepard, and the side is retired. Van Zyl gives up a walk, but he picks off the runner and nothing more. We have played 1 complete. We are scoreless here in Mauston. Top of the second coming up after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Scoreless after 1 as Emmett Konechny back out for another inning here on Zaleski Sports. Anyway, I was saying the MLB season has started. The Brewers have their second matchup against the Seattle Mariners tonight. The Brewers literally walked off the Mariners last night. William Contreras with a bases-loaded walk in the bottom of the 9th against Eduard Munoz, one of the better closers in the game. He just couldn't find the strike zone last night. And that was after Abner Uribe blew the save, so not a great night for closers in Brew City last night. The Bucks have been struggling. Not looking really good right now for Dame, Giannis, and the crew. But hopefully they'll figure it out when it comes to playoff time, because they're probably going to have to play the Miami Heat, and that doesn't usually go well for them. So they'll figure that out, hopefully. And top of the second coming up as 6, 7, 8 due up. As Brody Hoffman, Gage Liptak, and Preston Van Zyl due up for the Rebels. Brody Hoffman playing right field today for Coach Frank Shepard. And that is outside, 1 ball and no strikes on Hoffman. It was a bit brisk this morning. It's warmed up a little bit, as that is low. 2 balls and no strikes on Hoffman. 2-0. That is in there for a strike. Got the bottom part of that zone. Good pitch there from Konechny. It's 2-1. 2-1. Popped up, foul, and that'll go out of play. Is the one problem with having so many fields close to each other is you have that moment where the ball from another game gets on your field. You have to stop play. Two and two. Konechny ready. Hoffman ready, and he deals. And right down the pipe, it's a called strike 3. Third strikeout of the day. Third backwards K of the day for Emmett Konechny. And that is outside 1-0 on Liptak, the center fielder for the Rebels. And the Rebels out of the Northern Lakes Conference. They had a tough year last year, 2-16. Big cut and a miss from Liptak. One is swung on and missed. It's 1-2. And after those 2 walks, Konechny's been able to find the zone. He struggled a little early and even fell down behind Regan Roy. And on 3-2, he was able to make the big pitch and strike Roy out looking high and almost came around and hit Liptak in the head. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Back-to-back strikeouts. Should say actually back-to-back strikeouts. 4th strikeout of the day for a swinging strikeout for Emmett Konechny. And that'll bring on Preston Van Zyl, the pitcher, with 2 outs here in the second. That is a called strike 1. Van Zyl had a good first inning, walked a man, but then he picked off the runner and retired the next 2 in order as that's outside. Count even 1-1 now on Preston Van Zyl. That is in there for a strike. One, two. And just a bit outside, a little low as well. Two. Fly ball into right. Nemetz coming near the line. A long way to go. That'll drop foul. Yeah, Nemetz had a long way to run. I think if anyone, actually, Timler had a shorter route to get there, but he would have had a tough play because it was over his head. So we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Van Zyl. Here it is. And that is a low ball. Looked like it's set. Like for a second, our umpiring crew was going to make a strike call, and I thought that looked pretty low, but it was low, and I was correct with my original assumption. Here's the 3-2. And that is outside, and that's a good at-bat from Preston Van Zyl. And he'll draw a 2-out walk and a 2-out base runner for the Rebels. And that'll bring on Boone Van Nuyen. We're going to have a pinch runner for Van Zyl, the pitcher. So we'll see what the 9-spot hitter can do. Try to extend this inning and get it back to the top of the order, or just pick it up right away. First pitch. And Nguyen takes a strike on the outside corner. Side edge right there. That's where Konechny has been living so far. Throw back to first, and runner is back standing up. That is just a bit outside. As that's Colton Cooper at first, pinch running. One ball and 2 strikes here on Van Nuyen. Konechny ready and deals. And that's a called strike 3. And Nguyen caught looking, the 3rd strikeout of the inning, the 5th of the day for Konechny. We're going to the bottom of the 2nd. It is still scoreless here in Mauston.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talented expertise of a big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontics and orthodontics, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for your family. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our communities and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
Bottom of the 2nd here on Zaleski Sports, scoreless. As Preston Van Zyl out for another inning. As 4, 5, 6 due up, Becker, Timler, and Eckes. Columbus Catholic. Becker struck out twice, walked, and tripled in the win over Prentice this morning. This pitch is fouled away by Becker. It's 0-1. It's outside. 1-1. Swing and a miss by Becker. It's 1-2. And Zyl ready. Here it is. And that is a called strike 3, and Becker is down. Second strikeout of the day for Van Zyl. And that'll bring on Devlin Timler. Timler reached on an error, walked, and grounded out to short in the win against Prentice this morning. As that's thrown wildly. Yeah, Timler scored the first run. That was the lone run that Dons got in the 2nd inning. Again, going into the 3rd, it was only 1-0 Columbus, and then everything just fell apart for the Buccaneers in that 3rd inning. The Dons scored 10 runs before the Buccaneers got an out, as that's in there for a strike. It's even on Timler. Took 3 pitchers to get the Buccaneers through the 3rd. 1-1. That is high and inside. 2-1 now on Timler. It's outside and high again. 3 balls and 1 strike now on Devlin Timler. Here's a 3-1. And that is a perfect strike right inside the corner. And it's 3-2 now. 3-2. And inside that hit Devlin Timler in the helmet. So a one-out base runner. Timler looks like he's okay. He ran down to first with a lot of energy. I think he's all right. After all, that's why the batting helmet was invented. So here's Carson Eckes. One on, one out. And Van Zyl looks Timler back to first. Eckes struck out, hit a sacrifice fly. Eckes was 0 for 2. He reached on an error, struck out looking, also hit a sac fly and walked. Lowen outside, 1 ball and no strikes. That kicks away from Albright for a moment. He regathers. No advance from Timler. That is high. Two balls, no strikes here on Eckes. 2-0. Is just a bit outside. It's 3-0. Count completely in the favor of Eckes right now. And that's taken for a strike all the way. No surprise from Eckes taking all the way. Very rarely do you see a guy swing on 3-0. .381 is hitting the corner. That's a strike. It's full now. It's a good pitch from Van Zyl. And he's battled back from 3-0 to make it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Eckes. Here it is. And a little flare. That'll be caught. And stumbling is Shepard after he made the catch. Again, he had to go pretty low to make that catch. So there will be no double play, but it allowed out to short. And that'll bring on Carter Summer. And Columbus Catholic has got a busy week in baseball this upcoming week. I want to know, again, no games tomorrow, obviously, but on Monday, they are on the road at Assumption at Witter Field. Then they're back home on Tuesday, facing Osseo Fairchild. And bit inside 2-0 on Summer. And Summer pops it up. Shallow left, backing up, and making the catch is Shepard, and the side is retired. We have played 2 full. After 2, it is the Dons 0 and the Rebels 0. We'll be back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
After 2, it's still scoreless. As I said, Columbus Catholic will be at Assumption on Monday, weather permitting, obviously. You never know in this state. They'll be home versus Osseo Fairchild on Tuesday. Then they'll be home versus Spencer on Friday, and then they'll be at Spencer on Saturday. So 2 at Jack Hackman Field, 1 at Whitterfield, and then 1 at Spencer next Saturday. So 4 games on the slate for Columbus Catholic next week. So a busy week for the Dons in baseball. As back to the top of the order with Brady Shepard. As he takes a strike, it's 0-1. Shepard walked his first at bat. And Shepard lines one into left. That's hit well. Edwards going back, way back as Summer, and it's over his head. It's going to bounce all the way to the wall. Shepard on his way to second, and he's not stopping. Shepard on his way to third. Throw is going to be cut off. It goes into the infield, and it's a triple for Brady Shepard. He walked, and now he's got the first hit of the game for either team, and he crushed that. And that's what happens when you play too shallow. Again, Carter Summer was shallow, shaded in, very shallow, and Shepard hit it right over his head. As now it'll be Walker Winkleman. He also walked his first at bat. First pitch is in their first strike, 0-1 on Winkleman. I think if Summer was shaded in about a step and a half more, that might have been an inside the park home run. A little flare into right, that is down, a base hit. In to score is Shepard. It's an RBI single for Walker Winkleman, and the Rebels strike first. They lead it 1-0. So now here's Regan Roy. As squaring to bunt is Roy. That'll roll foul. Again, Roy squared to bunt in his first at-bat. He ended up striking out. Konechny takes a small look at first and brings home Roy squaring again. And that is just a bit off the plate. And it's 1-1. Secretly, I think you can probably see that Emma Konechny did not like that call. First run a lot, and now Roy squaring again, and he will bunt it foul. And it is now 1-2 on Regan Roy. And it'll be interesting to see if Coach Shepard will call for a bunt. I wouldn't right now. You got some momentum right now against a team like Columbus, who pretty much dominated Prentice in every fashion this morning. Throw back to first, and back with a dive is Winkleman. So 1-2 on Regan Roy. No outs, man on. 1 run is in for Wabeno Laona already. And that is popped foul and on top of the press box. I will say, most of the snow that was on the press box patio where my camera is set up is actually gone, so that's a good thing. Here's the 1-2 again. And that is in there for a strike, and that is the 6th strikeout of the day for Emmett Konechny. As Coach Krasselt on his way out, bringing his entire defense in. Actually, just the left fielder. Only Carter Summer came in from the outfield. And the Final Four is tonight. UConn, Alabama, and Purdue, NC State should be a good one. And a pitching change has been made for the Dons. It is going to be Carter Summer coming in to pitch. So Konechny's day is done. He goes 2 1/3 with 6 strikeouts and an earned run with 2 hits and 2 walks. Carter Summer warming up. National championship will be on Monday. As Devlin Timler is going to move out. Going to move out to left, and there's a little bit of a change in the infield. Becker. Emmett Konieczny is now at short. Jacoby is now at third. And Eckes is still at second. So, got Timler in left. Konieczny at short. And now taking off down to second goes Winkleman. Throw is in time. They got him. One pitch in and a caught stealing. Carter Albright now at the plate for the Rebels. Now instead with a man on and one out, nobody on and two out as that's outside. That was a heck of a throw by Matt Konieczny. It was a low ball, it wasn't a strike, and he was able to throw it on one hop and get him on the tag. Not a great jump by Winkleman as that's fouled away. It's 2-1. And on the ground is short. Konieczny backs up. He's got a long throw, and in time to get him. What a stretch by Cy Becker. Heck of a throw by Konieczny, and an even better stretch by Cy Becker. And the side is retired, but the Rebels strike first. RBI single from Walker Winkleman. We have played 2.5. It's Wabeno Laona 1, Columbus Catholic nothing. We'll be back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
2023 was a year of change, innovation, building something new, and teamwork. The H&S legacy is evolving, and we're carrying it forward, designing equipment that helps farmers get the job done, looking ahead to the future of farming while staying true to the values that have brought us this far and made us who we are today. H&S, strong heritage, strong people, stronger future.
The innings, sorry, 1-0 Wabeno Laona here in the bottom of the third. As Preston Van Zyl back out for another inning, Alex Edwards, Nate Nemitz, and Blake Jacoby due up for Columbus Catholic, 8-9-1. And Columbus has not had a hit in this game yet. Both their base runners have come courtesy of a walk. Van Zyl's looked good early, and now he's got a lead to work with. Again, the triple by Brady Shepard, and then the RBI single by Walker Winkleman give the Rebels a 1-0 lead. And this is the third inning. This is where Columbus Catholic did their damage against Prentice. So we'll see if they can replicate that. Alex Edwards, the center fielder, ready to lead it off. First pitch from Van Zyl is low and away, 1-0 on Alex Edwards. Again, it was a bit of a risky move to just change pitchers. I mean, Konieczny wasn't pitching bad. That's in there for a strike, counting him in 1-1. I mean, think about it. 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. That's a pretty good line in 2 1/3 innings. And that is in there for a strike. 1-2. And that is outside. Count even 2-2. It's a 2-2. On the ground is short. Right there is Shepard. Throws across the diamond, and the throw gets away. Edwards will reach, and now he's on his way to second. And we might have a play high throw, and now that throw gets away, and that kicks into the outfield. Edwards will stop at second. It'll be an E6, most likely. Either way, a man is on for Columbus Catholic. Again, Prentice made mistakes in that game, and Columbus was able to make him pay for it and capitalize on it. Even if it wasn't through hits, they were patient, and they just let things happen, and that amounted to 13 runs in an inning. As a meeting on the mound between the infield and Van Zyl, with Nate Nemitz coming up. Yeah, Nemitz had a pretty good game. He had 2 walks and a single against Prentice this morning. Nemitz ready, Van Zyl ready, first pitch, and Nemitz takes a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 on Nate. Van Zyl looks at the runner and now deals. And now squaring to bunt is Nemitz, and that will just roll foul. Man, that had the look of a perfect bunt at first. Nemitz had good speed. Had that stayed fair, that would have been a tough play to get Nemitz out. But it does just roll foul, which is fortunate for the Rebels. It's 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes, runner at second, nobody out. Here it is. And Nemitz fouls it away, and we'll do it again. So that goes onto the field, as I believe Cumberland just defeated Mondovi 8-6. And Medford went undefeated today. Kewanee is here. New Richmond is here. Rice Lake is here. And a big cut and a miss. And Nemitz is down on strikes. Third K of the day for Van Zyl. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Blake Jacoby, who walked but then was picked off in the first inning. And Columbus still without a hit. That is a bit high, 1-0. And this will be the final game of our coverage. Again, Jack Rosicki covered 2 softball games. Catholic played Gibraltar this morning and then Mishicot in the afternoon block, as that's high and away. 2-0 now on Nemitz. We've just passed the 5 o'clock hour here in Mauston. And that is right down the middle. Perfect pitch from Van Zyl. 2-1 now on Jacoby. Started the game at short, and now he's at third after the pitching change. And Jacoby almost looked like he was going to square for a second, then pulled it back. 3-1 on Jacoby. And again, if you are Van Zyl, walk is not necessarily the worst thing in the world, because you could set up the double play if you walk him, but that's up to you. Here's a 3-1. And that gets the inside corner. Jacoby did not agree with it, thought he had a walk coming, but it is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Zyl ready and deals. Inside, and that hit Jacoby. As Edwards took off. I don't think he realized that it hit Jacoby. It's ball 4 anyway. So the hit by pitch will still go down on the stat book as 1. But even if it hadn't hit him, and the only difference was had it gotten away, Edwards could have gone to third. But either way, Jacoby gets his second freebie of the day. We'll just call it a walk by pitch. Or hit by walk, whatever, vice versa. Here's Matt Konechny inside, and that hit him. Back-to-back hit batters on 2 straight pitches. And the bases are loaded, and the ball has not left the infield yet. Again, Edwards reached on an error. He was safe at first and then went to second and almost got to third on another wild throw. Then Jacoby hit. Then after Nemeth struck out, Jacoby was hit by a pitch, and now that gets away. And coming to the plate is Edwards. Might have a play. The throw not in time. And Columbus ties it 1-1 on a wild pitch, which is how they got a lot of their runs this morning. And the Dons tie it. So 1-0 now on Emmett Konechny with Jacoby at third and Matt Konechny at second base. Emmett with a chance to do some damage here. 1-0. Konechny takes one just off the end of the plate for a ball. It's 2-0. That was close. That's a good take there by Konechny. He didn't see the pitch he wanted and just laid off. It's a 2-0. That is low. It's 3-0. And Van Zyl, who actually had two very good innings, is now really struggling to find the strike zone. Again, there are a couple of his pitches he's not missing by much. I don't think it's a very big zone. I think it's a lower zone and a bit of a wider zone on the bottom. And now that gets away, and another run's going to come in. Here comes Jacoby. Throw to the plate is not in time. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it kicked away from Albright a lot more than it actually did. A good slide from Jacoby, and the Dons have the lead. It's 2-1 as now Coach Shepard on his way out to have a word with his pitcher. As Konechny draws the walk. So we'll have runners at the corners with one out for Cy Becker. Van Zyl will stay out there. 1 out. 2 runs are in. Don's looking for more with their now first baseman, Cy Becker, stepping up to the plate. Again, Devlin Timler on deck. And Zyl ready and deals. And Becker in the air, center field, drifting over, and not making the catch. It falls down for a base hit. Falls in front of Liptak. In to score is Konechny. Mack is in. Emmett goes to third. It's an RBI double for Cy Becker. And it's 3-1. Again, I don't know if Liptak just lost it in the sun. He had a long way to go. It was a long run. And he laid out and came up short. So 3 are now in. Here is Timler, and that's in there for a strike from Van Zyl. Zyl ready and deals. And a fly ball foul out of play. And the count is even. This is 1-1. Outside, 2-1 now on Timler. Timler drew a walk his last time up. That is high and outside. It's 3-1. And now Van Zyl is really struggling to find the zone. Again, there's only been one hit in this inning. And it was the double hit by Becker just a couple minutes ago. 3-1. And a big cut and a miss. And that's a strikeout. Sorry, it was 3-2. Don't know why. I thought he only had one strike on him. So a strikeout fourth of the day for Van Zyl, and that will bring on Carson Eckes. Eckes 0 for 1. I knew he had 2 strikes on him. I don't know why I thought he had 1. High and outside, 1 ball and no strikes on Eckes. And that is high, 2-0 now. And Zyl in some trouble. He's already allowed 3 runs here. That is outside. 3-0. One of them is unearned. One of them was courtesy of Edwards reaching on an error. That is right down the middle. 3-1. That's amazing to me how, again, I've always said it's one of the biggest things about baseball that perplexes me is how they throw 3 pitches way out of the zone. And then on the 3-0, they throw a pitch right down the middle, and it's just perfect. 3-1. And Eckes fouls one out of play. Back on another one on top of the press box. This building's going to have a couple of dents on the roof. Full count now. And that is popped up and into the net. And we'll do it again. It's a 3-2. And we'll do it again. Eckes hanging tough. Neither guy giving in. And that is outside. It's ball 4. Good at bat there by Eckes. And the bases are loaded. And Carter Summer coming up to the plate. Summer popped out. And now that throw gets away. And now we got the runners off the bag. And everybody's going to go back. Again, Emmett Konechny decided that it didn't get far enough away for him to score. Cy Becker was almost all the way to third. And Carson Eckes was about halfway to second base before they had to retreat. Luckily, the shift was on. And that is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. And big chance for Summer to deliver. One of the younger stars of this Columbus Catholic Dons team and probably the future of this program. High and outside. It's 2-1 on Summer. And Summer on the ground, right to Shepard. He flips to second in time, and the inning is over. Van Zyl gets into trouble, but he only allows 3. The Dons strike in the 3rd inning once again. We have played 3 complete. It's Columbus Catholic 3, Wabeno Laona 1 here on Zaleski Sports.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Top of the fourth inning, 3-1 Columbus. The Rebels will try to respond. They had the lead, but a tough inning just command-wise for Preston Van Zyl. Summer out there for another inning, as it'll be 5, 6, 7 due up. Collins, Hoffman, and Liptak for Columbus. No, sorry, for Wabeno. I believe I heard right. I believe Colton Cooper is going to come in for Boone Van Nuyen. We'll see. We may not even get to that spot in the order in this inning. As Will Collins ready to dig in. First pitch is high for a strike. Hug to that top right corner of the zone. 0-1. Low. Count even 1-1. Should say top left corner. I said top right. Break even pitch. Swing and a miss. Collins took a big hack at it. Came up empty. Good pitch there from Summer. One, two. Swing and a miss. He got him. First strikeout of the day for Summer. And that will bring on Brody Hoffman. Hoffman 0 for 1. Line drive foul into the net. Was right on it, just a little late. A 1 popped up. Center field. Edwards coming in. He will make the catch. And there is out number 2. And now that I bring on Gage Liptak, he's 0 for 1 today. First pitch, big cut and a miss from Liptak, 0-1. And Liptak, another big cut. It's 0-2. 2 pitches. Liptak has taken 2 big acts and has come up empty. Summer's been pouring in the strikes in this inning so far. Summer ready. Liptak ready. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Second strikeout of the inning for Carter Summer, and the side is retired. We have played 3.5. Don's coming up with a 3-1 lead. We will be back after these messages. You're watching Saturday High School Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Need a new mattress? Mall Furniture in downtown Marshfield has mattresses, and you can save like never before. We have stacks of mattresses, save big on factory liquidations and closeouts, one-of-a-kind items, and mismatched fabrics. Save on special purchases and rollback pricing on 2-sided flippable mattresses. Discounts on adjustable bases and even clearance pricing on floor models.
The furniture people for good home furnishings. Mall Furniture, where value is yours.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
Back here in Mauston, it is now 3-1 Columbus here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Rebels held scoreless in the top half. Has Van Zyl out there for another inning. Hope he's has better control than he did last inning. As Alex Edwards will lead it off. Edwards reached on an error to start last inning, and that really set the table for those 3 runs for the Dons. It's turned into quite a beautiful day today, as that's high and inside and nearly hit Edwards. Again, Van Zyl did hit 2 batters on 2 simultaneous pitches last inning, so throwing inside is probably not a huge thing the Dons will love, and now that's behind Edwards. And it's 2-0. Yeah, Van Zyl, this last inning and 2 pitches has had a very difficult time with this control. 2 balls, no strikes. Here it is. And that's more like it right down the middle. It's 2-1. Maybe I just need to say that and he'll start throwing strikes. 2-1 on Edwards. And Edwards pops it up. Third base side. Collins retreating. Now he'll give way to Shepard. And he'll make the catch. And there is out number 1. And I'll bring on Nate Nemetz. Nemetz struck out last inning. And Zyl's first pitch. And Nemetz chops one first base side. Right to Winkleman. He'll step on the bag himself. And 2 quick outs for Van Zyl. And we appreciate you tuning in. We're sorry the game started a little later. It was a good game between Loyal and Wasaki. Again, Loyal came back to get the victory. And that is the 1. And a big cut and a miss from Blake Jacoby. Jacoby has walked twice. Well, actually, sorry, it's 1-1. I apologize. He walked and then was hit by a pitch, but it technically would have been ball 4 anyway. So I don't really, again, you rule it as a hit by pitch because that's actually what happened. 1-1 is a bit high. 2-1. It wasn't a bad job by Albright to frame that. It was just a little too high on its entry. 2-1. High and outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And that is low and inside. So a 2-out walk for Nate Nemetz. No, I'm sorry, Blake Jacoby, I apologize. 3rd time he has reached today. And that will bring on Mac Konieczny. Mac Konieczny, who was also hit by a pitch. The pitch right after Jacoby was hit. Yeah, no ill will at all, obviously. It's not like sometimes in the MLB with, the Rhys Hoskins things last week in New York. But and Zyl takes a quick peek at first, throws inside, and was close to Mac Konieczny. 1-1. Van Zyl ready. The break-even pitch. And that is pop foul and out of play. Two is high. Sorry. Now it's 2-2. Here it is. And that is hit in the air to center field. Coming in is Liptak, still running, and he dropped it. It in and out of his glove. And coming in to score is Jacoby. Konechny ends up at second. And it's 4-1. And that was a long run for Liptak. He had a long way to go. And I thought he had it. Now, Coach Shepard on his way out, and that is the end of the line for Logan Van Zyl. And while they figure out the pitching, we will take a quick commercial break and be back after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freire, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
The new pitcher for Wabeno is Walker Winkleman. As Van Zyl, sorry, it is not Winkleman. It is Albright. Van Zyl moves over to first. Winkleman takes over behind the plate. So Winkleman and Albright swap places. Sorry, Van Zyl and actually none of them really swap places truly. Either way, Cooper Albright is the new pitcher, and he will face Emmett Konechny. Runner at second, a run is in. First pitch, inside high, 1-0. On Emmett Konechny, 1-0. And Konechny, big cut and a miss, counting even. It's a 1-1. Konechny fouls it away. It's 1-2. Konechny walked. And lined out to short so far in this game. And now that bounces in the dirt, it gets away, and on his way to third goes Mac Konieczny. Oh, I apologize. We have a base. I said Konieczny. It is actually Brandon Lang pinch running. High. And so Lang is at third pinch running for Matt Konieczny, the catcher, with 2 outs. That makes sense. Takes a look and fires. And that's a fly ball into center. Coming in is Liptak. He's got a long way to go again, and he dropped it again! Lang scores. And it's 5-1, Columbus Catholic. It's been a tough inning in center field for Gage Liptak. And now here's Cy Becker. Becker doubled his last time up. Konieczny with a small lead off first, and a swing and a foul tip in and out of the glove of Winkleman. And Becker lines one into left field, a base hit. Konieczny rounds second. He'll stop there. Second hit of the day for Cy Becker. And 2 are now on for Devlin Timler. 2 runs in here in this 4th inning. First pitch, and Timler takes a strike. Albright takes a look at second and fires, and that's low, and that is blocked. Now the runners will move up. That's a heck of a block by Winkleman, but it kicked away from him just enough for both Don runners to advance. And that's inside, and wow, what a play by Winkleman to save that. That was behind Devlin Timler. I don't know how in the world Winkleman didn't stop that one from getting away. This pitch, and that's low. There's a second and third. Timler trying to extend Columbus's lead. It's 3-1 on Devlin Timler. And he's only going to swing if it's a good pitch. 3-1. And that bounces in the dirt. Another good block by Winkleman. Can't find it for a moment. The bases will be loaded. And that will bring on Carson Eckes. Eckes had a great at bat last inning. He drew a walk. That is high and outside. 1-0 on Eckes. That's Albright, much like Van Zyl towards the end of his outing, is having a hard time finding the zone as that's high. 2-0 now. On Eckes. Eckes takes a strike. Good pitch there from Albright. He needed that one to get back in this count. 2-1. 2-1. That is low and in the dirt. Good block by Winkleman. I'll tell you, Walker Winkleman has saved 2 runs with his blocks in these last couple at bats. And Eckes pops it up. Foul territory. Collins can't make the play. And it's hard because I lose it in the sun, and then you have the angle, and you're trying to look through. Obviously you can't see it. There's a porch sliding door in front of me. Full count. Nowhere to put him. Here it is. And Eckes takes ball 4. A bases-loaded walk. It's 6-1. Now Carter Summer will come up, and Coach Shepard on his way out there again. These last 2 innings have been tough for Rebel pitching. 6 runs and just 2 hits, and they both belong to Cy Becker. A lot of walks, errors, and pass balls have been the difficulty for here's Carter Summer. Summer grounded into a fielder's choice last inning. And that is in there for a strike. Good pitch there from Albright. And I think Coach Shepard just wanted to meet with him, just talk him down a little bit, just have him calm down. 1 outside count, even 1-1. That is in there for a strike. Just got the bottom corner of that zone. And Becker at third. And now he's breaking for the plate. Throw, and they got a play at the plate. He's out. Cy Becker tried to steal home. An awareness by Winkleman. He tags him out. And the inning is over. The Dons get 3 more, though, and they lead 6-1. Back after these messages, we played 4 complete here on Zaleski Sports.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Buy 3 Goodyear tires and 1 is free has been extended at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $200 back on 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Buy 3 and 1 is free in March at Sherrill Tire and Auto. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Columbus Catholic in control right now, 6-1. The Dons lead the Rebels of Wabeno Laona. This is a big inning for Wabeno if they want to get back in this game. 8-9-1 due up for the Rebels. As Carter Summer back out for another inning. Cy Becker tried to steal home. Risky play. And it was a close play at home. I think the tag just got there before his hand did. Again, obviously it's hard to tell from up here because you're sitting right behind, but you also have the umpire and the catcher kind of blocking your view. So Van Zyl ready to step in. After that single from Winkleman, the Rebels have been held in check. High chopper, fielded by Becker. Throw to first is in time. I apologize, that was fielded by that was actually Jacoby at third. Becker started at third. Jacoby is at third. Threw over to Becker. Either way, 1 down. As Colton Cooper stepping in, he takes one low. 1-0 on Cooper. Again, wasn't for Brady Shepard and Walker Winkleman. It'd be a near perfect game. High and tight on Cooper. and it's 2-0. So far in these games, Columbus has outscored their opponents 20-1. And that is in there for a strike. It's 2-1. And a chopper fouled by Cooper. Count now even 2-2. Summer fell down 2-0. He's battled back and has made it even. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strikeout for Summer. His third, 9th of the day for Columbus Catholic pitching. And back to the top of the order with Brady Shepard, who tripled. Hit one right over the head of then left fielder Carter Summer. And that's inside 1-0. Summer now on the mound. You got Timler in left. And it will be Edwards, Nemitz, and Jacoby for Columbus in the 5th. And a little number off the interior of the bat, and it's 1-1. Shepard has walked and singled and has scored the only run for the Rebels. Break-even pitch, and that's fouled away. It's 1-2. This is the 1-2. And just a bit outside. Not a bad pitch from Summer. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rebels in the 5th. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It is 6-1. Columbus Catholic will be back after these messages.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
6-1 Columbus Catholic leading the Rebels as Cooper Albright out for another inning. As 8-9-1 due up for the Dons here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Dons trying to go a perfect 2-0. Again, winners over the Buccaneers of Prentice this morning. 14-0. And now lead 6-1 over the Rebels from Laona. Edwards 0 for 2 today. He reached on an error, scored the first run for the Dons in the 3rd innings. That's in there for a strike 0-1 on Alex Edwards. That is low. Count even 1-1. That bounces in the dirt. It's 2-1. Big cut and a miss. The count is even. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It is Summer. That's right. Forgot. Summer was standing at the plate when Cy Becker got caught caught stealing home. And Summer just takes one a bit off the edge. Full count. Full count. There's a 3-2. And that is ball 4. So a leadoff walk. And now it is going to be Alex Edwards. Throw back to first, and Summer is back with a dive. First pitch, and Edwards bunts it up in the air and off the net. And that hit Alex Edwards. Now it'll be Nate Nemitz. Nemitz walked his last time up. 2 men on, nobody out. 6-1 Columbus. First pitch, and now Nemitz squaring to bunt, and he bunts it foul. Oh, 1, and that is in there for a strike. Good pitch there from Albright. It's 0-2 now on Nate Nemitz. The 0-2. And that's a called strike 3, and Nemitz is down on strikes. Almost identical placement to the previous pitch. And there is out number 1. And back to the top of the order with Blake Jacoby, who has yet to be retired. He's walked twice and hit by a pitch. First pitch to Jacoby. Kobe almost made a motion of squaring. Takes one outside, 1-0. And only 2 hits for Columbus Catholic in this game with 6 runs. They only had 6 hits all day today with 20 runs, and now Jacoby puts one down, but it goes foul, and it's 1-1. Break-even pitch, and that was bounced. It didn't even make it to the glove. I think that was just maybe a miss on the release from Albright. It's 2-1. 2-1. And in there for a strike. Count even 2-2. And Mac Konieczny standing on deck. 2-2. And Jacoby fights it off, and he'll stay alive, and we'll do it again. As Albright's going to look the runners back. Takes another look and fires. And Jacoby takes one high. Wow, good take by Jacoby. That looked pretty good from here. Again, obviously we don't have the greatest vantage point from up here, but full count, 3-2. And Jacoby pokes one into shallow left. It's going to be caught by Will Collins. I believe the infield fly rule effect was in effect anyway. As Drew Lang is going to come out and pinch run. For Carter Summer. That bounces away, and the runners will move up. And that's popped up. Playable, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. 2 runs are in. Roy laid out for it. It fell right between him and Brody Hoffman. And it is 8-1. Now Brandon Lang will come in and pinch run for Matt Konechny, and now it's Emmett Konechny with the Dons up by 7. It's 8-1. And the first hit by a man not named Cy Becker. That is a high strike on Emmett Konechny. Yo, 1. And low and a bit outside. Not a bad pitch from Albright. The count's even. And we want to thank Woodside Complex for hosting us today. 1-1. And Konechny sends one foul. Hey, heck of a stop there by Coach Krasselt. One, 2. And now that gets away, and on his way to second goes Brandon Lang. And Konechny on the ground. That's going to sneak through a base hit. And Lang is going to be sent. And now it's Bobble in the outfield. It kicks away. And it's going to roll all the way to the warning track. Konechny not stopping. Look at the speed. Konechny on his way to third. And he's in there. Awkward slide. He's safe. I mean, it wasn't the prettiest of slides. And Konechny ends up at third. That'll be a single and I would believe a 2-base error. It's 9-1, and here is Cy Becker. And that's in there for a strike 0-1. Again, Lang was probably going to score anyway. By the time Cooper was able to cut that off, Lang was already about halfway home, already about halfway between third and home. Now Konechny ends up in scoring position. Cy Becker. And that's low. That gets away. Here comes Konechny. Throw to the plate. He is safe. Another run is in. It's 10-1. Things are just going from bad to worse for Wabeno. 10 unanswered runs by the Dons in the last 2 2/3 innings. And Becker takes one outside. Pitch. That is inside. It's ball 4. So Cy Becker draws the walk. He's reached again. Third time he has reached base today. And here is Devlin Timler. And Timler, that is fair down the line. On his way to third goes Becker. The throw is cut off, and into second goes Devlin Timler with his first hit of the year. It's a double. And the Dons just keep on hitting. And now it'll be Carson Eckes. And Eckes sends one out of play. Had a good rip at it. Not a bad piece of contact. And we will play the Nasonville Dairy postgame show ad whenever this game is over. I'm certainly not saying that this game is over just because they have runners in scoring position and are up by 9. The 0-1. And that is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Carson Eckes. Break-even pitch. Eckes takes a strike. Good pitch from Albright. Bright trying to extend this game at least to the 6th inning. And that's a balk. Or no, sorry. Apologize. I take that back. Had it just been a regular motion, yes, it would have been a balk, but a foul ball from the other game landed on the field. So no, it is not a balk. Disregard my comment. Here it is. That is high and outside. And Winkleman fakes Becker back to third. Got Becker at third, Timler at second. Here it is. Eckes takes one low, and the count is now full. Carter Summers standing on deck. And that is ball 4. Eckes draws a walk. The bases are loaded again for Carter Summer. He's been in this position, I believe this is the 3rd time today he's been in this position with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Albright ready and deals. And that is inside and low. 1 ball and no strikes on Carter Summer. And another foul ball that lands in this field. Yeah, it's funny. That's been happening, I swear, about every field around us has at least dealt with that at least once today. And 1-0 is high. Not a bad spot from Albright. Again, some of these pitches they're missing, they're not missing by much. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them 2-0. And inside, it's 3-0. And I don't think we're going to see Carter Summer swing the bat. 3-0. And that is low, but it hits the corner for a strike. That's a good spot there by Albright. So it's 3-1. And that is a strike. Wow. Late strike call. I mean, Summer was about ready to chuck his bat towards the dugout and walk to first. And the runners are in motion, and that is ball 4. And it is 11-1. And I think that's the game. Yeah, if I'm counting right, yeah, that is the game. That's a 10-run rule. And the Dons are going to finish 2-0. 2 wins over Prentice, 14-0, and an 11-1 win over Wabeno Laona. We're going to play the Nasonville ad, and that's going to write a finish to our coverage. We thank you for tuning in on behalf of Jack Weber, Jack Rosicki, and our entire Zaleski Sports crew and family. We appreciate you tuning in to Saturday morning, afternoon baseball. Again, final score, Columbus Catholic 11, Wabeno Laona 1. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll play the Nasonville ad, and we'll write a finish. Have a great rest of your weekend, and enjoy the sunshine, and happy spring.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.